Hello and welcome back to GameBeta Displays The Long Dark on Interloper difficulty. I am here at the dam. 'Tis where I last left you, all wonderful people, and we are going to be hopefully finding some good items in here. So let's begin the rummaging.
This stuff will come in handy.
Well, we got some cash. In a world where cash was... Hello? I thought you could No, okay, alright. Normally you can open up those little vents, but not today. Yeah, so really what I'm hoping for is a... yeah, really what I'm hoping for is the heavy hammer. Now, I'm gonna... This might be a long episode, guys, because there is a lot to search in here. And ultimately, once I've searched here, I want to get back to the house. However, if I see anything, guys, that I miss in here, please make sure you...
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Oh, nice. Nice. We haven't even got a coat yet, so... so that's good. Can't believe I've been playing all this time and still haven't found a coat. Or another pair of socks. Got 2 pairs of jeans, though, so... Alright, so... In the first room, I would say a pretty good start. Let's see, is there any Polaroids anywhere? No, but anyway, as I was saying, guys, if you see anything that I miss, please make sure that you let me know down in the comments, okay? Especially if it's the heavy hammer, which I'm sure all of you will do anyway. Alright, let's go around here. So here's our workbench. Nothing, yeah, this, like I said, this might be a long episode because there is a lot of things to search around here. So we could go over. Oh, nice, herbal tea. I will take that. And a woolen toque, whatever you want to call it. No, what's going on? What have I done? So, lovely. We've instantly improved our... We have improved our condition or our temperature already by 1.1 plus 6, so nearly 2 degrees already, and our wind chill is improved quite a bit as well. Wind chill's one of the bigger issues on as the late game kicks in, because the wind chill will be obviously there'll be more blizzards and stuff, but hopefully by that time, if we haven't died, we've got animal skins and furs that we are wearing. I'm being very slow and very methodical here, guys, because this area confuses the crap out of me.
I'll take it.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. So, bye-bye, thin wool shirt. Hello. Oh, actually. Oh, the thin wool shirt is... better. Did not know that. Oh well, we can break it down for cloth later. Alright, so anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Let me just go back, did I? Yeah, I did check everywhere, right? Yeah, so we're going to go through this part first. Nearly missed that locker. I'm not picking up those spray cans. I really can't be bothered with them, to be honest. I did like the intention of what they were trying to do with that update, but I don't feel it adds enough to the game. It's probably okay if you're learning the game, but I think if you're quite experienced in the game, it's not really worth it. And plus, all of my stuff disappeared anyway, so I wasn't happy about that. And so bugger it, can't be asked. Now I'm not going to take any water from here because I do have quite a bit of water. I wanted to check how much. Well, I suppose I could take a litre actually, because we're down to 1 and a bit. We'll see. We can get that back on. We can get that water on the way back. See how much stuff we're weighed down with before. Always check behind the toilets. Is there anything behind there? Nope. Didn't check behind this toilet, did I? Don't really get behind it. There we go. Okay. And I don't think... No, okay. Alright, so that is all of this area done. Oh, remember, check on these as well. Because sometimes they've got... What was that? Sometimes they have items on there. So now we gotta go to... Let's go down first. Yeah, see, these spray cans are everywhere. Oh, I can't get past that pallet. I don't think there's anything down there. I don't think there's anything. Just go back. Just double check. Just double check. No. Okay. Yeah, those spray cans. I don't know whether the spawn rate is high because Hinterland are trying to obviously promote that new update and get people using it and getting feedback on it. Personally, I don't really think much of it. You see, there's another one. I hope they reduce it. There's way too many of them, and that could be other useful stuff that is spawning in those places. The cans, to me, like I said, it'd be nice if there's an option to turn them off, actually. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. I did, and then I got bored of them. Anything in that drawer? Can't really see, doesn't look like it. The problem with the dam is there's so much searching, and there is a lot of searching. I've been doing what, this like 5-6 minutes now, I guess. And you don't find a lot on Interloper, but you got to check everything, and you got to check it carefully. On this map, this is a good place to find some very valuable items. But it is a big old place. But in the last episode I was able to spend a bit of time outside with I was harvesting a deer carcass, which was great. I think it was 2-3 hours I was out there for, so that was very handy. See, I missed these drawers here. Medical cabinet. Nothing. Nothing. Now, I'm not aware of any secret areas in here either. So, I don't know if there are any secret areas like in Desolation Point, where you've got the tube that you climb up, and then as you turn around behind you there is almost always there are cans or tins of food. I don't know of anywhere like that here. Again, if you guys do, I'd be more than happy to hear about it in the comments below. So, this room so far has brought up absolutely nothing. Not so much as a speck of dust. What was that? Nothing, 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 nothing. So a little bit disappointed about this room. But we're not done yet. Come on, please, just somewhere in here. Please let me find the hammer. If we can find the hammer, then I've got items curing. I've got plenty of I have plenty of, what's the word I'm looking for? Feathers.
Perfect.
Nice, thank you. I have plenty of saplings that are curing. And we can get that bow. And that's when we can start killing wolves. And then from wolves we can make the wolf jacket. And we should no longer be bothered by wolves as much, hopefully, or they'll at least run away. And we can focus on getting ourselves a bear or two. And having lots and lots of glorious, glorious meat to eat. Apologies if you're vegetarian. Being vegetarian in this world is not a in the long dark is I suppose it is viable. I thought that was a fire starter then. That would have been wonderful. What's that? A stack of papers. So okay, so we got a granola bar. I am being careful because I've missed some very obvious things. It really is quite surprising when you're playing this game. You look back at the video when you're editing it and that, and you just see. The other day it was a bedroll. Not that I needed it. It was on my Fearless Navigator series. There was a bedroll up in Old Town, up on the. I don't know. Is it like it's like a lodge up by a picnic area up on the hill? I can't remember it. I think it's a lodge of some kind, and it was just sitting there in broad daylight, right on the bench. I even looked at it, and it even flashed up on my screen. Was completely oblivious to it. Did not see it at all. Alright, so that's that room done, and not a lot in there, but better than nothing. Got one more floor to go up. There's not usually anything up here though, but let's have a look. Cardboard box, nothing else I don't think. Alright, so now we're getting into the area of, well no, not the lower levels just yet, because we got that room to fill out over there. There is a safe here as well, so let's go this side first. Just check behind these cardboard boxes. Ideally I'd be breaking these down, but I don't really want to waste any more time in here than is necessary. Cabin fever is a problem. Oh nice. Another pointless book. If you heard that weird noise, that was my dog sneezing. A lot of clicking of buttons and not a lot of reward. But it's funny, since I've been playing Interloper, and I know I'm by far and away not the best player at it at all. Sometimes shockingly bad at it, if I'm honest. But since I've been playing Interloper, it's when I go back to the Stalker difficulty, and I know that's probably a not a good barometer because obviously that's tuned to have very aggressive animals in it. But the amount of gear you find, it kind of takes away a lot of the game for me. I like having to work and make everything that you need. It's good, and after a while you get set up in the other. I thought that was a bullet then, but it's a candy bar. I was going to say, why is there a bullet in here? Yeah, you get set up quite well, and you don't really need to make any clothes some of the time because you can find as good as, maybe not quite as good as, but as good as like the coats and things. Obviously nothing compares to the bear skin and all that lot. So let's see if I do this quickly. If not, I will cut away. Oh, wrong way. That's a good start, wasn't it? So fly through. Oh, that is a close. That was number 6, wasn't it? Yep, 6. Where's this next one? Oh, 6 and 55. So very close numbers. So 1. Oh, God, see, I went past it. Alright, one more chance. There we go. Alright, let's go through this slowly then, because this could be anywhere now. It's a good speed. Hey! Hey, we done it.
This stuff will come in handy.
Cash! Awesome. I am so glad I wasted however many calories it was doing that. Phenomenal. I mean, Tinders are pretty... Oh! Oh, wow! That, although I've already got one, is an excellent find again, because now I've got 2 I can start. I don't need to worry so much about preserving one, and I can use it for deer harvesting and things, so that is a very good find. Still need that hammer though. Still need the hammer. So I don't think there's anything else in here. My eyes are starting to water as I'm just unblinkingly staring at this screen so I don't miss anything. Alright. What are we at? We gotta be what? 15 minutes into this now? I would say roughly, and we still got so far to go. So far to go. But we've got some good finds. I really hope we find some good shoes and the heavy hammer. If we find some good shoes and the heavy hammer, I am going to be ecstatic. Not that worried about the shoes, because I can make shoes. And I will be making shoes. We've got 2 hides now. How many deer hides is it actually for the boots? 2. So we've got 2. One's curing, one's almost cured. So I'm not actually that fussed if we don't find the hide to the boots, to be honest. Let's go down into the depths. Into the depths of the hydro dam, whatever it's called. Seems like it's very nice weather outside. The good thing is that obviously we have found some food here. So even if the weather is not very clement outside, we can always stay here for a little while. There's no rush to get back necessarily. I know of this secret area, but there's not really anything here very often. How long to break it down? That's 1 hour and 30. I might break it down just to see if there isn't anything behind here. I know that wasted a bit of time. And there's not. You never know. Sometimes they like to put things. I probably shouldn't have done that. I just wasted an entire hour. Alright, I do see something up there. Is that pork and beans or something? That would be very nice. Very tasty. Still no heavy hammer. If I don't find a heavy hammer here, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Sad. Not upset, angry. Sad. Nothing there. Go ahead and drink some water, at least. At least, like I say, yeah, if we get stuck here, it's okay. We got plenty of drink, water. We got a way to make a fire and melt snow, so that's okay. So I'm not worried, and we got some food, so I'm not entirely worried about getting stuck here. The only issue is obviously I do not have a bedroll, and without a bedroll I cannot sleep here. Oh, I'll get over, thank you. Because obviously there is no beds, I don't think. Anyway, yeah. I don't know, yeah, I'm not leaving the dam. That is not what I want to do. I'm not going to climb up that rope, I'm going to go the long way around. I don't want to exhaust myself climbing up a small rope when I can just walk around. Well, starting to get a bit concerned in that I might actually not find the hammer. There's still some areas to go, so it's not completely out of the question of me finding it. To be honest, I don't even know if you can find the heavy hammer here. I mean, I hope you can. I guess you can. I think you can. I think I have found it in places before here. But I don't remember where. I've probably already walked past 4 or 5 of them. I've just not seen them. Alright. Alrighty, so let's see what goodies are up here. I did see something. It looks like a flare. Some beef jerky.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Nice. Beef jerky.
Lucky day.
Not great condition, but I don't think you
use
can
this.
get... Oh, look at that, and a brand new can. Again, though, I've still not found a can opener. So that's another issue I have. But now I've got other food, actually. I don't necessarily need to open that pork and beans. I've got other food that I can use, or I can eat. But yes, not found a can opener either, so that's also a little bit disappointing. So now I am going to go down the rope, because I don't mind too much going down. I didn't want to go up. And now we're going to go into the lower dam. It's okay to leave the upper dam. And you want to be careful here, because I remember when I very first played this game, way back in the day, I actually went out this door. I was like, oh yeah, I'll go out the door and go and have a look what's out there. And then you couldn't get back in. I had to go all the way around. I see matches there, so that's excellent. Wonderful. Where? What happened there? Thank you. So we now have multiple ways to start a fire, which is good. And this is where the magnifying glass becomes handy, because you can use it situationally on its own.
This will come in handy.
On its own, it's not an ideal thing to have. Ideally, you'd want matches, because then you can start the fires at any time. So these being better, then they're not better. So why? Because that's new. 1 degree. See, I always thought the plaid shirts were... Oh, that's a thin wool sweater. That's a thin wool sweater. Anyway, let's not waste time looking at that. We've got plenty of days, or plenty of time back at base to look through and fix clothes. Come on, Heavy Hammer. We're in the final stretch now of where to look for things, and still no Heavy Hammer. However, I think the most likely place to find it is... No, I don't want that. Is actually down near the end. Oh, whetstone. See how easy it is to miss stuff. That's handy. Oh, I definitely want that. Yeah, this place is excellent for just collecting metal and stuff, which I will need at some point to make those arrowheads. But there's places that are closer by than here. They're a little bit safer and easier to get to. So nothing there. It's weird that these don't open. I always thought that they were openable, if you like. So still nothing. Still no Heavy Hammer. Come on, please. All I want is a Heavy Hammer. But even if we don't find the Heavy Hammer, to be honest, I can't complain. We found some very useful items in here. We got quite a lot of food, which is good. Food is obviously vital to our survival. We have found some items of clothing, some very good items of clothing. The ski jacket... Did I use... No, this is right. The ski jacket, although not the best, it is a kind of an okay wind protector. And it is waterproof somewhat as well, so... This is where I thought if I was going to find the Heavy Hammer, it would be here. On this bench. Unfortunately, it looks like a big no. It is a big no. Some lantern fuel, I will take that though. I think I found the Heavy Hammer here before. No such luck this time though. And I think that probably means we're not going to find it. Which is somewhat frustrating, but not so bad. What it means is what we'll have to do is leave Mystery Lake. There's a torch, I will pick up the torch. Is leave Mystery Lake for a while, and what I might do is actually go up over to the house, what's it called, Broken, I can't even remember what it's called. Broken Hills? Broken Railway, I believe, Railway. Yeah, I might go across there and have a rummage around up there. If I don't find the heavy hammer. Obviously if I find the heavy hammer, then we can stay for a little bit longer. We can just go to Fallen Muskeg and make us up.
Take it.
Oh nice. Well, they're going straight on. Bye bye crappy boots, shoes that I've worn forever. Did I just came that way, didn't I? Could have sworn you could open those up. But yeah, so without the heavy hammer, it's going to be maybe a trek across Fallen Muskeg and going over to the Broken Railway and having a look around there, because there is a warehouse there. There's a nice house that you can set up for a little bit in as well. Look at this, quality tools that I very nearly missed. It's an area that I'm not that familiar with, and it's kind of a risky place for me to go there, because I know there's wolves and stuff there, and it's a little bit barren. There's not much in between places out there, and it can be quite hard navigating around. Quite hilly and whatnot. So yeah, so when you do go out that door, which I might do in a minute, but probably not, is you have to walk around and you come back in this window here. The reason I say probably not, because I can't actually remember how far it is outside to go around, and if the weather is awful out there, then you're kind of stuck out there. So folks, this is looking unlikely now for the heavy hammer. Sad, unfortunately. Really thought I would find one here. Well, found another cooking pot, so why not? I will take that. It's good to carry 2 cooking pots with you. Although, to be honest, when you're on the road, you don't really need to cook up 4 litres. Cooking up 4 litres of water is quite heavy, but you can cook up 2 litres of water in half the time, obviously, so there is that benefit. But for the extra kilo, not really sure if it's worth it. To be honest, if you're starting a fire outside, you probably want a long-term fire anyway, because you're cooking meat, or you are gonna harvest a carcass or something like that. So yeah, I generally, sometimes I carry 2 pots around. It depends what I am actually doing, how far I'm going, and what stuff I have on me. Alright guys, well that's it. We have explored the dam. So the only thing left to do is go back. And what was that? About half an hour of searching in here? There you go, I missed that. See how easy it is to miss stuff? Really is easy. There's so much stuff in here. So many things to be keeping an eye out for. Like I said, those of you that are more eagle-eyed than me will probably see things that I have very clearly missed. But I don't want to dally around in here any longer. So we are going to head back. We're going to head back to the safety of our home. I'll have, when I'm walking around, have a quick look. Or at least, probably what will happen is we'll go to one of the trailers outside first. and then we will head back to our house, because it's getting on for dark now. I'm also getting a little bit exhausted. If something happens outside, I don't want to get stuck outside. Didn't even find a bedroll or anything. Found some useful clothes, but beyond that, nothing else. We got the hacksaw, which was a good find, obviously, but we'd already have a hacksaw, so it wasn't of the utmost importance that we have one. So, you know, a bit of a shame. A bit of a shame. The noises sometimes are very, very creepy in here. Playing this with your headphones on at night, and it's dark, and you've got your lights turned off, it can actually be a little bit spooky. Not like Alien Isolation spooky, but spooky nonetheless. Yeah, a shame, a real shame that we did not find the heavy hammer. It was kind of wishful thinking. It was kind of a long shot. And we have found some other useful items. Is that? I thought there was a can opener then that I missed. And that's something else that we haven't found yet, is a can opener. Ideally what I need to do to find a can opener is go to somewhere like Coastal Highway maybe, where there are more residential homes. Because that's where I didn't even search this guy. Yeah, I generally find them in the kitchens of those types of places, like one place that I've found it in is Pleasant Valley. That's the Pleasant Valley Farmstead is somewhere that I quite regularly find. Can I not get through here? I thought I could, and I can. Is where I regularly find a can opener. Or in the residential homes, so, but we're a bit far away from there. I don't plan to go there anytime soon. We will do, because we're going to use up the resources here at some point, and obviously we're going to need to be keeping on the move. The other option is to go down to Fall on Muskeg and have a look around there. There are some buildings and some areas where you might find some useful stuff, but they're few and far between. So that's it. So let's pick up all our stuff. How much gear? Yeah, we're going to be quite weighed down, but we need to get over to. I can hear the wind. We do need to get over to those trailers. I think that's everything. So I can drink a little bit of water. There we go. Drink a bit of water. We are going to eat the deer meat later, which is going to reduce our weight a bit. Obviously, oh good, the wind is behind us. Obviously, once we actually make our way over back to our base of operations, then we'll be fully rested, and we're going to have a bit more weight with us, a bit less weight with us. Sorry. Just have a quick look up here. Sticks. They're just sticks. Right. Good thing with the blizzard is there are generally no wolves outside, so. I mean, I could risk it, I could run back now, and I probably would make it. But that would be risking it. And I'm trying to play this one safe. So, in here we can pass the time. Let's find where the bed is. The bed is here. Gives us a +3. So what we can do is just stand here. Let's break down some of this gear, like these shoes. Well, actually, let's go ahead and repair this quickly while it is still daylight. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. It's because I'm hungry. I think now I just wasted 3 pieces of cloth doing this, yeah, and now it's dark. Of course it's dark. Alright, so let's harvest this up. Let's harvest this. I'm going to keep that for a minute. I can harvest this as well, I suppose. Well, I don't need to harvest it all now. We can save some of it for another time.
I need to find a place to rest.
Right, so let's go ahead and eat this. It's 647 calories of delicious gamey meat. Eat a cattail stalk. That will put us up to roughly what we need to be able to sleep through the night. We're going to have a bit of water left for the morning, so that's alright. I'm going to sleep the 9 hours, so we're going to have a few calories left. Oh. There we go. Drink the water. And, weather permitting, we can make our way back. Let us go. So we have to make it back. Got no water left. Can start a fire, obviously, but I would. That's scared. Is that a wolf? Yes, that's a wolf. And he's picked up my scent, obviously, because I'm carrying a whole bunch of stuff with me. So, not really worried about anything else at the moment other than getting back safely. So we're going to cut through here. Drop off all this meat. Now, I suppose I could go that way, but I'm going to go this way. Push this deer ahead of us a little bit. Although he ran off the opposite way. So, it's quite cold. Like I said, guys, I know this is a little bit of a longer episode, but I want to leave it where we have completed the dam and we've got back safely to our base of operations. And then we can have a look at the next step of what we're going to do in episode 9 of this new series. Food situation is good. Now, ability to start fire is good. So, to be frank, unless we get attacked by a wolf, which is not entirely out of the realm of possibility, we are actually in a fairly stable situation. We've got some okay gear now. Not the best, but okay. We're going to be able to make some deer boots shortly. Today is looking like a nice day, so what I might actually do is take some wood over to where we saw the bear before and where there is a deer carcass around by the pond, and we can actually start a fire and maybe harvest another deer carcass, get some more meat, get some more hides. Now, these work boots are good, so it might pay for me to actually do that and make the pants instead. But that's going to be a long way off, and I think for now the deer boots will save me some weight, and they are far superior to the they are far superior to the work boots. So, well, that was a dead square hit on the rabbit, isn't it? Well, maybe the good Lord is telling me not to kill more rabbits because I don't really need to kill them at the moment. I was really only killing him for extra meat. And obviously to cure some hides for repairing. So we've got these over here. It's a bit cold, but I'm going to go ahead and we can go ahead and harvest these. We can go and prepare these later. Huh. That's something that I need to go up and have a look at. Not now, because it's blooming freezing. I'm not 100% sure what's up there. But we'll go up and have a look. I know that's where the Polaroid for the Vista is in relation to, because I found the Polaroid in my other series, and that was pointing me to climb up and go up there. But I can't, it's a long time since I climbed up there, which probably suggests that there's not an awful lot up there, which is why I don't go up there. Or maybe there is some really good stuff up there and I've just forgotten, and yeah, we will go up and have a look. Just not now. We are getting back to our house. So like I said, I've got plenty of meat and the food situation is actually pretty okay currently. Plenty of cattail stalks. We can even harvest, we can even go and start a fire over in those cabins and catch some fish, which fish are a good source of calories as well. Although some people do argue that the problem is that you waste a lot of calories and you need fuel because obviously it's going to be cold. If you've got some good gear and you don't need to make a fire every time, then actually it's a pretty good way of collecting calories, collecting fish. I quite like it. It's also peaceful. It gives you a bit of, like, all this walking around, harvesting deer, trying to avoid wolves and whatnot is stressful. And there's something to be said for just going out over to a fishing hut, doing a bit of fishing. It's really quite calming. But anyway, we are back home. And we are going to drop our hide. So this hide is now done, so we can pick that up. These guts are cured, and we have another hide to drop. So let's drop the one that is fresh, and let's drop the fresh guts as well. We'll drop them here and here. We don't have any more rabbit hides. So I do need to get some rabbit hides because obviously I want to fix my I will want to fix my rabbit stuff at some point. Oh, and while I remember, I should also remember to collect I should also remember to drop the wood, because that's going to be curing. These are very nearly done. So let's drop all of these. How cured are they? 9%. So one thing I want to look at actually very quickly is just how long... Oh, weapons, isn't it? So the arrow shaft, you need... Oh, I can make the arrow shafts at the bench, so that's good. The arrowhead that obviously you need to go for the forge to make. So it's 1 sapling makes 3 arrow shafts, so that's good. And 1 scrap metal makes 2 arrowheads. So I've got quite a lot of arrows here that I can make. Obviously never going to be able to make bullets. So what I can do, like I said, I can make... I've got some hooks. I can use one of these these lines or these guts to make a fishing line. What else? I need to get some water, because I don't have any water, so let's take the water out of here first. Let's take 2.5 litres, because I'm going to be drinking immediately some of it. So we got quite a lot of good food here, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and chuck some of the food in here. Where did I have my food? I mean, food is in here. So that can go in there, and these... Oh, I can't carry any more. So let's take a litre of water out of here then, as well. So I can drop these in here. This is going to be enough. We've got to... Actually, I want to keep that can, and I want to take out... I want to take out maybe this bar. And maybe this beef jerky as well, actually. I want to keep these cans. That, I think I'm going to have to, because that's going to go into food poisoning. So that's probably what I'm going to eat tonight. And now I'm going to lose some of its content, because I don't have the can opener. But unfortunately, I don't really have a choice. Right, so let's try and fix this up again. Okay, that time it worked. 91. Now, let's see. They are better. It really is better. Oh, what do you know? Alright, that we can break down later. The hat we can break down later. So, gear not looking too bad. Alright guys, so we made it back here. This has already been a very long episode, so I'm going to sort myself out. I'm going to rummage around here for a bit, and then we will be ready tomorrow to go out. If the weather is good, I'll probably go up to the search tower and have a look up around there. But thank you very much guys for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed the series, please make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button, and thank you all for your support, and we will see you next time on GameBeta Displays The Long Dark. Bye bye everybody.